Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 30 NSG. On today's show, we're going to be talking about Hogwarts Legacy and the devs that have come out and made the hard choice to delay the last gen by one more month. And now we'll be asking the question, is this good or bad for the brand and the IP and for the studio itself? Let me know if my audio is a little off. We got a brand new mixer, so my audio might be a little hot, might be... it sounds good on my end, but let me know what you guys think on your side. I give you the topic up front so you can just get the info that you want, and then if you want to stay for the rest of the conversation in the live chat, you can. We discuss the topic with live chat each day, and then we talk about other topics later in the show. So let's get started. All right, so first off is this good or bad for Avalanche Studios and the brand or the IP? My thoughts about this is, of course, a game being delayed is better than a game not being delayed because that means they have more time to work on that said game. The problem I see here for the brand and the IP is right now they've sold over 12 million units. I would say probably when this next game comes out, it'll sell over 15 to maybe even 18 million units, okay? Once it's all said and done, before the launch in, what is it, May now? At the end of May. So is this good or bad? It's bad for the brand, in my opinion, if the game comes out and it's like a launch like Cyberpunk. Now, the difference between this could wreck, right? This could wreck the goodwill that they accumulated from the great launch they had. Now, this is not going to be as bad as Cyberpunk per se, because Cyberpunk sold across all systems at the same time, and lots of people during the hype stage couldn't play the game because the game was broke. Where Hogwarts sold over 12 million copies just on the current gen, and then there's like a lull between what came out and people saw it, and for the most part, majority of people, some people on the PC had problems, some people on console had problems, but not like anything other than any recent game in release. Okay, like Hogwarts has been really, really good up to this point. It's a fantastic game. It's a good all-around game. So the goodwill is being built up right now, and the people that don't have a current gen system are really looking forward to this game because they feel they've seen it, they've heard the reviews, and right now they're assuming the hype is that it's going to work just as well on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And we've seen what happens in the past with the Definitive Edition, with Grand Theft Auto. We've seen the what's it called, Cyberpunk coming out on the last gen. Sometimes it shouldn't just be on the last gen system. Now, could this be good, even great for them, if the last gen systems come out and they are in great shape? Yeah, if they've taken this time and they work on the game to make it better, and it comes out and it is flawless, just pretty much like this current gen system, then a home run to them, right? And no harm, no foul. But if it comes out and it's broke, buggy, glitchy, in a state of and it's nothing about it's running on the ass or it's running now on here and the old system will run fine. Obviously, they're not going to run fine. Otherwise, they would have kept it on schedule, but they delayed it. It's been delayed twice now just this year. Okay, in the very beginning of the year, it was supposed to come out at the exact same time in February, but then they said they're going to delay it till April, which is 2 months after, and now they delayed it an extra month. Okay, so you have to add time to this. It was supposed to come out last year, then it got delayed till this year, then it got pushed back for the old gen till 2 months after the regular launch, and now it's got pushed back even 1 month more. Okay. Now, people will say, well, delays don't worry me at all. This is just more time for them to flush out the game. Now, my question to those people, are you one of the people that's waiting for the game to come out? Or are you one of the people that's been playing the game for a month and talking for the people that are waiting for the game to come out? Because people speaking for the people don't have the game yet, and they are, if they're following closely, will most likely be a bit worried now that they've been delayed 2 times just this year in the last couple of months, right? The devs are the ones working on the game, and they know if it was going to work correctly or not from the very beginning. And at this moment, it's not working. Otherwise, they wouldn't have delayed it. Something is going wrong in the background, whatever that is. It might be small, might be big, but still there's a problem going on. Now, I would assume, okay, hence why they're pushing it back 1 month, that there are problems with the game. Okay, and this is just for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One. We'll get to the Switch in just a second. Now, Is this all doom and gloom? No. Because at the end of the day, this game comes out and it's not up to standards of the current gen, meaning it's running with no issues, then those people can save their money. They don't have to get the game on the current gen, right? Or they can get the game on the current gen and know it's a great game. Because right now it's a proven fact that the game on current gen is a fantastic game. Now, maybe the people, okay, sure, it's sad they can't play it at the moment, but they can play a greater version of the game on the newer version on the newer systems. Now, there might be a predicament where they can't afford a new system, or maybe they wanted to get the collector's edition. They want to play it like now. Well, I'm going to tell you this. In the next couple of months, because now you have even more time to wait, you're waiting to the end of May, save up your money, okay? Maybe you have $100 saved. Well, take your money and save it up for the next thing and wait for the next thing to come out. Wait to build up enough money and purchase a brand new system. It's going to be great for you in the future because there'll be other games coming out that you want to play that are on next gen systems. It's time to let go of the last gen systems. Now, you might not be able to afford it. You might be a person that's playing this and it was a gift to you and you're still working on it. But certain games, in my opinion, shouldn't be for last gen. Now, on a business standpoint, it makes sense for them to put it on this gen and last gen because obviously, there's a huge player base on the old gen systems, but could this hurt them in the long run? Now, it also, or could also be really bad if the last gen comes out and it's like the state of Cyberpunk was when it launched, because all the goodwill that they made and sold on this game and people are just ecstatic for, sure, the people that are on this system, on the current gen system, are in love with it, but there's this much bigger player base that you could really go, you know what? You knew this game was broke, you delayed it, and it's still broke when it comes out, and you delivered us like what Cyberpunk delivered us. And now, I don't even know if I want to buy your game at all. Even though it's out there, and they know there's a better version of it, knowing that they're releasing a game in a bad state could hurt them in the long run as well. Okay? Now, I know people look at it and say, well, Cyberpunk is great. It's great right now. But you're delusional. It's 2 years after the fact. Okay, and we're talking about release. Okay, at release, Cyberpunk was bad, but it sold 15 million copies, so that must make it good. But majority of those sales were on older systems. Okay, I'm assuming that majority of the systems that are going to sell are going to be older gen systems for Hogwarts Legacy, and this could turn out bad. Now, going forward, should they make the choice to just get rid of last gen altogether before they even take the extra 2 months to get it working or not working? Look at other games that have dropped last gen right before release, right? In May of last year, Gotham came out and said, we are dropping the old gen, which probably was a better choice because the game coming out on the new gen systems, even though I liked the game, there was problems with it. It didn't run very well, but it probably would have ran terribly on the old system. Hence why they made the hard choice to lose those sales for the old gen and just make the sales for the new gen, which probably didn't sell as well. But they made a good choice, in my opinion, because if they got rid of the excess weight, Gotham Knights actually was mediocre for the new systems for most people, but at the same time, they made a smart choice by getting rid of the last-gen systems, okay? Now, the state of the game, if they decided not to release that version or not, was probably the best for Gotham. Now, the future sequels of this franchise should 1,000% not be on the last-gen at all moving forward. Okay, this then makes the team focus on just 3 systems: PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, the newer gens. Okay, obviously it's 4 systems because the S is in there, and we're not even talking about the Switch. The Switch is a separate thing. Okay, which just makes that game much, much better, and they could take the time to make DLCs and not worry about trying to get it working on the last gen systems, which makes their focus more on the next sequel or DLC. Now, should you buy or pre-order this game for the last gen? I would say 100% no. If you haven't purchased the pre-order right now, up to this point, should you pre-order the last gen system? No. There is no reason, unless you're a person that wants to get the collectibles or whatnot, you know, get that stuff when you order it. Okay, if you have an old gen system and you're not in the market to get a new gen system anytime soon, then go ahead, right? You're not going to listen to this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right? Just know that if you get in the last system and there's problems, just know ahead of time, right? Also, don't buy it right away. Just wait for performance tests. Wait for other people to get it on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One to see if it's working correctly. and then make the purchase. Okay, there's no reason you waited 2 months, now extra 3 months after the original launch. You can wait an extra day, 2, or a week to see how the performance is for that. I know you're nipping at the bud to play the game, but you don't need to play it day 1 on your system. Okay, now here's the good points. They already made their money back on this game, and they did it in a better way than Cyberpunk did, because Cyberpunk made all their money back before it even launched, and then they launched it on old gen. They didn't really care. These guys made all their money on a game on the new current gen, okay, and it works really well, okay? So they could make the hard choice and go, you know what, it's not up to our standards, and it would go a long way if all of a sudden they said, I know a lot of people would be pissed about this, but it would go a long way if they said, you know what, we tried. We tried for the last 2 months. We tried for the last 3 months. We have to make the hard decision. It's not running on that last gen, and we're going to have to get rid of it. The people that are on last gen would be very disappointed. They would be pissed off, but at the same time, they would go, you know what? I appreciate what Avalanche Studios is doing, and if they canceled the last gen, there has to be a reason, and they don't want to just steal my money. So when I get enough money to buy the next gen system, I will pick up Hogwarts Legacy because I know it's good there, okay? Is it worth the backlash to release the last gen if it doesn't run correctly? Or is it better to cancel the last gen and get the backlash for not doing it sooner? These are for you to decide, okay? What about the Switch? Because they pushed this back, okay? And I'm still wondering how it's going to run on the Switch. Maybe the Switch is just on a different standard, okay? Different type of breed of gamers over there on the Switch with a game like this. I believe that once they have this tuned in, I think the Switch might get delayed. Right now, I think the Switch comes out in July. It might get pushed back to August or September, because if they're working so hard to get it running on this, I don't know if it's running on the cloud system on Switch or whatnot, but I have a feeling in the next couple of weeks or months, we're going to hear a little delay of the Switch as well. Okay? And I think all hands are on deck right now to make sure it runs on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And then once they get it to a state where they know that it's running pretty well, they'll take some people and start working on the Switch version to make sure that works well. Okay. These are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. What do you think? Do you think that Hogwarts Legacy should even be on the last-gen systems? Now, obviously, it's a great game, and people really are nipping at the bud to play it on their system. But is it worth it if it comes out in a state like Cyberpunk was on the last-gen systems? Or should they bite the bullet and say, no, we're going to cancel it off the last gen. If you want to play this game, the best way to play it is on the new system. Think about this. They already made their money back. This game is very profitable as of right now. Should they spend the money and put it out? Yes, there's a bigger chunk over there that could buy the game on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But is it worth the damaging factors if it comes out and it's broken, buggy, or it comes out and it's fine, and then obviously they win the lottery? All right, because then you're going to sell 12 million copies alone on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One total, and they'll be in the 20, 30 million sales instead of the 12, $15 million sales. Like I said, these are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Please make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, chat. What do you guys think here? What do you guys think here? Would you, right now, would you buy Hogwarts Legacy on the last gen system? Like right now, you don't have a new gen system. Are you going to wait and buy this for the last gen? Let me know in the section below. All right, let me go back to chat here. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see who the participants are here. Let me see who's all here. Jesse, Travis, Waters, Sarge, Stealth. Good morning. Good morning. Who am I missing? Anybody else? Brainchild. Good morning. Is my microphone hot? I know I asked that earlier. I didn't really look at it. Let me see if you guys are saying. Let's see. Hopefully you bring back the Defenders, MCU. You guys are talking about that. It's good because I say sounds like jerk, but PlayStation 4 and Xbox One users need to realize they aren't priority anymore. Yes, I want Hogwarts to be good on last gen, but it's crazy that people expect it. I exactly what you're saying. I personally think they should not bring it out for the last gen. I know people are biting at the bullet to get it, but I don't think they should get it. For not only for their sake, for the devs' sake, and also for just gaming in general, that the last system has to be pushed out. Okay? New games need to be on the next gen systems. It's going to get pushed back again. Hogwarts is pretty ambitious and really big. Current gen runs on it well, but I don't see it last gen running anywhere near the frames nor quality. Well, I think at that point, Water, I think it is going to be 30 frames, right? I mean, I don't think anyone's expecting 60 frames per second there. Travis says, to be a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 game, dude yesterday was saying Dead Space remake was crap because it's not on PlayStation 4. Sorry, guys, but PlayStation 4 and Xbox One aren't the priority anymore. Exactly. Sarge, what's going on? Bro, have to delay it. Can't run on the last gen console priority or properly, and they're going to do the best. Now you know what's coming. Concentrated on the current gen, and if it worked, right. Good morning, Justin Mac. Let's see, whatever. So remember, I told you all this would happen before the current gen drop. I said the exact same thing. Water, here's your cookie. Give me mine. Right, as Krebsy says, give me my cookie. Avatar: The Way of the Water is releasing digitally on March 28th. Nice. Well, it made $2 billion, right, Stealth? So it's ready to make some more money on DVDs or whatever. Starfield will come out before the last gen drops. Oh, I don't know about that. Well, maybe Water. I don't know your timeline though, because you say that Starfield will be next year, and yet now you're saying this is going to get pushed back even further now. If performance issue and optimizations issues make themselves in a very good for them to take some of the fixes issues, just not like Cyberpunk at launch. But let's talk about Doom, like, you know, a Doomsday scenario. What about if it comes out like Cyberpunk on the old gen systems, right? What happens if Hogwarts is as bad as Cyberpunk was in the old gen? Is it worth the release? Is it worth that publicity, publication of people bashing it at that point? Wait, why are we still talking and saying new gen? It's a current gen. I said current gen during the thing. I said last gen and current gen. Can you imagine playing Hogwarts on PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox, current gen, and then going over the your cousin's house and playing on the last gen? Yeah, you'd be like, oh god. Don't you be bashing on Cyberpunk. If you do, I'll have to slip my online games sucks persona. Well, you do that anyway, so we're going to talk shit about Cyberpunk. Said Hogwarts Legacy, right? Why does this look like Minecraft? Anyone played Black Desert Online, the old gen consoles? They feel my pain. Switch version coming. When does the day before come out? Yeah, exactly. Cancel last gen, issue refunds, and tell people it's better on current gen systems. Well, the funny part is, Travis, they already canceled people's pre-orders. They took amongst themselves to cancel the pre-orders. Okay, they already have the money, and they put your money into make it runs better enough in the last gen consoles. The Nintendo Switch will be delayed until early next year. I think we're going to see the Switch get delayed. I'm making a prediction. Right, we're seeing delays for this system. I'm not saying next year, but I think the Switch might get delayed based on what's happening with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. But exactly, I don't know how they're going to make it run. I don't know how they're going to make it run on the Switch if it's cloud based or not. If that happens, people to accept it's not a game's fault. Oh, my point exactly. I already bashed online games, so bash away. The cancellation of pre-orders should be a very big indicator that the game isn't coming out for last gen. I feel like they have an obligation, right? I feel like there was contracts signed or whatnot, and they have to release it for the last gen. If they don't have contracts, and obviously there's a bigger player base, right? Potentially there's 100 and what is it? 100 and how many PlayStation 4s are in circulation? How many PlayStation 4 sales? PlayStation 4, I don't know if this is accurate up to this point. Let's see, sold all time. 117.2 million, okay? That's as of February, okay? So 117.2 million. Now, obviously, there's like 35 million PlayStation 5s out there. So we'll subtract 35 million from the 117. I'm not going to say they're new. I'm going to say they're overlapping of people that own a PlayStation 4 now own a PlayStation 5. So we'll say there's like 80 million people out there that could potentially buy Hogwarts on the last system of just PlayStation 4. Now, if you take 10% of that, you're selling another, 8 million copies? Okay. So 8 million copies off PlayStation if they don't if they just sell for PlayStation 4, and let's say another 2 or 3 million on Xbox from Xbox One. How many Xbox Ones are there? Let's see. Xbox One sales 51. So again, take 1% of that. Let's say we'll say 3 to 5. So potentially there's another 11 to 12 million people that can purchase Hogwarts Legacy on the old systems. That's a huge chunk. That's almost another $1 billion that they can sell on the old systems. Is that $1 billion worth it to them if the game is broken, buggy when it comes out? Or should they bite the bullet and say, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. Buy the game on the next gen. Because think about this now. It's $60 on the old gen. And if they sold 11 million or 12 million on the old gen for 60 million, they would only have to, they could sell a little less on the new gen, because those 12 million people that come over to get the new gen system, they're paying $70 now for that thing. And if they bought the pre-order edition, maybe they buy the DLC pack, that's $80 now. So they're making $20 extra on top of each person. So every 4 people, they're making an additional sale, right? Is the game still up on old gen game stores? I believe it is. I don't know, Stealth. Here's a weird thing that happened, though. While I was trying to put this video together, you type in what category you want to do. If you notice, we're not in Hogwarts Legacy. I found that the game Hogwarts Legacy Dark Arts Pack, for some reason, Hogwarts Legacy is now being yanked off of YouTube. And I don't know if that's a sign of something that maybe YouTube did, that they don't want to promote the game anymore. I don't know. So the search engine is going to act a little weird, but I did find Hogwarts Legacy Dark Arts Pack. Right? It was either that or Hogwarts Ministry or something that came out years ago. It's very strange to me that because my other video has Hogwarts. Like if I go to my YouTube channel and go to my past broadcast, I mean, we just streamed it the other day, right? We literally just streamed it the other day. And if I click on, let me see where this puts this. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, it's there for the game. But just 2 days ago, we streamed it 2 days ago, didn't we? No, we streamed it yesterday. That was yesterday, didn't we? Yesterday morning we did Hogwarts Legacy, and it worked. And today Hogwarts Legacy is not on the bracket anymore. Kind of strange. Don't know what's happening there. Look at this. Just listen to me here. If Star Wars Jedi Survivor was both gen consoles, the current console runs better than the other last gen console, then you have a similar situation with Hogwarts. Right. And look, Survivor dropped it. Spider-Man 2 dropped the last gen, right? As Travis said, as I said, as multiple people said, it's time to let the last gen go. Sure, can there be developers to make games run on last gen? Sure, but the next AAA games that come out, they need to drop last gen. I don't want Wolverine to come out. I only own a PlayStation 4, okay? I don't want Wolverine to come out on PlayStation 4. All right? I want Wolverine to come out just on, right? I want Wolverine to come out on PlayStation 5 only. No, I'm what? That doesn't make any sense. Look. That doesn't make any sense. Let me show you what I'm under. Look right here. Oh, that's too small. Maybe you guys can't see it. Let me switch over to this. Look. Right here. Game. Hogwarts Legacy Dark Arts Pack. This is my live broadcast, right? You're telling me I'm in the right? Mysteries at the moment? That doesn't make any sense. Look. Hogwarts Legacy Dark Arts Pack. That's strange. Well, let me Hogwarts Legacy. All right, I'm gonna put Hogwarts, Harry Potter, Hogwarts Ministry. I'll save that for a second. Okay. Now I'm gonna edit again. And then Hogwarts House Quiz. No, Hogwarts Dark Arts Pack. Save. All right. Refresh Stealth and then tell me what it says, because it should say Hogwarts Legacy Dark Arts Pack. Last gen is on the way out. Let it die in peace instead of clinging on to life. Sorry, it was harsh, but best analogy. No, I think. Look, I think there's certain games and certain things that can be on last gen. The question, I don't know the answer. I could look it up, but I'm going to ask chat because it's interactive with chat. Is Midnight Suns on last gen, or is it only on next gen? And now it's updated? Okay. Even my cousin, who only has a PlayStation 4, because I gave him a realize it's on its way out, he's like, would you make something for a PlayStation 4? I think certain companies can make PlayStation 4, like independent games and stuff like that could make a PlayStation 4. But I think AAA games, they have to be the leader, and the leader needs to drop. Like, look, say what you want about Gotham Knights, but in my opinion, they lost a lot of sales, not because the game was bad or 30 frames per second. They lost a lot of sales because the game was only on this current gen. They dropped last gen, and I think that was a smart decision on their part. I think it's on last gen. Midnight Suns. Let me see. Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns. Nope, that's the comic. Oh, I put Suns as like my son. Official website. Okay. Buy now. It is. It's on. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's on Epic. It's on Steam. It's on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X. But I don't see it. I don't see it on PlayStation. On PlayStation 4. Do you? Am I missing something here? It's on Xbox One, but it's not on PlayStation 4. That can't be. That doesn't make any sense. Am I missing here? Let me see. PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5, Xbox, Steam and Epic. So legendary editions on the Xbox One, but not the PlayStation 4. You can buy it on PlayStation 4. That's interesting. On their site, they don't have it listed. They don't have it listed on their website. That is strange. That is really strange. I mean, that's official, right? Enhanced edition, PlayStation Store. Yeah, you're going to save the world if we're in alliance. That is so weird that they don't have it on their website. Maybe not digital, but they have a hard copy. Yeah, but I guess hard copy. I guess. That's weird though. Website error. I know, because my PlayStation 5 version says on PlayStation 4 version as well. It's on release. Yeah, I'm just making an assessment based on their website. Planned October launch window. The PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, PC versions of Midnight Suns were released in early December, with last-gen console and Switch versions set to follow later. Oh, are they not out yet? Is it not out yet for the last-gen system? It has to be out. No, it's not out for the early. So it's not out for the old gen system yet. has a release date of 12/31/23. Interesting. Interesting. That is interesting. So the Xbox One version is not out yet, meaning it won't come out. Well, this I didn't even know. I didn't even think of it as I thought of it as an example, but I didn't know it was going to go into my favor here. So this could be potentially where all of a sudden, all depending on what their sales are, maybe they made enough sales from the DLC, from the initial package and whatnot, that it just doesn't come out for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Last gen console was released on December 1st, 2022. All right, let me look. Let me go to GameStop here. GameStop. Midnight Suns. Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Filter. PlayStation 4. Okay. So you don't think that water's crazy, okay? Xbox One right here and PlayStation 4 right here say release date 12/31/23. Now, maybe we have two websites completely wrong. One, not showing PlayStation 4 on their actual site, and two, PlayStation 4 on GameStop's site says the end of this year. So now we'll have to do a cross-reference here. Let's see. While Marvel's Midnight Suns completely free to download in this trial manner on Xbox console, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 users will have to subscribe to PlayStation Plus. Let's see. Midnight Suns on PlayStation 4 release date. And Jesse looks it up, and it does say December 1st, 2022, which is very interesting. So which one is it? Midnight Suns is currently available for Xbox Series S, X, PlayStation 5, PC, with Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch versions follow later date. So here's as January 5th. January 5th of 2023. This literally says Midnight Suns currently available for Xbox Series X, S, PlayStation 5, and PC, with Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch versions to follow at a later date. So it's not out yet. Okay, it is not out yet. Let's see. Sure. What's happening here? No? Okay. Midnight Suns. Well, let's go back here. Do they have a frequently asked questions? They do. Okay. Let's see what their frequently asked questions are. Okay, the Digital Plus Edition launched on December 2nd. Okay, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC via Steam Epic Store. It also includes 11 premium cosmic skins. The Legendary Edition launched on December 2nd. That's PlayStation 5. There is nothing. Cross-gen access. Can you purchase Season Pass? Prequel. Prequel, DLC, season pass, DLC pack. They do not even have it on their frequently asked questions. They don't even have it on their frequently asked. I think what we have here. I think what we have here is them basically promoting. Okay. See, Windows, PC, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5 versions of Marvel Midnight Suns are available now. Launch timing for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch versions of the game will confirm at a later date. It is not out yet. It is not out yet. Perfect example that we stumbled across here. Okay. Right? Perfect example that we stumbled across here. Here's a game that's brand new that came out in December. And yet, we're now going to get people give crap to Gotham Knights for canceling their orders, and we're getting crap about Hogwarts Legacy being delayed. But yet, Midnight Suns has yet to come out with their and there's nothing that says in the near future when it's coming out for them. And I think at this point, if they make enough sales, and I don't know what their sales numbers are, right? Let me see if Marvel Midnight Sun, do we have game sales? It's obviously not going to be what's it called? Sales like Hogwarts Legacy. It says here, confirmed on Monday with Bloomberg, Jason Schreier reporting that the game had flopped at retail. Marvel's Midnight Suns gameplay reveal. On February 6th, Jason Schreier reporting the game had flopped at retail. So here's two ways you can look at this. Is it worth them even working on Midnight Suns for the last gen system if it was a flop at retail? Right? Is it worth it? So we moved from Hogwarts Legacy, which potentially could hurt them if they come out with a game that's broke, and then here's a game that didn't drop last gen yet. They're still working on last gen. Here's the Marvel's Midnight Sun has flopped, says publisher. Okay, Marvel's Midnight Sun sales may have been impacted by the release window. Jason Schreier at Midnight Suns has been negatively impacted by December release window, despite having Marvel attached to it. Turn-based strategy game did not attract enough players. So previously revealed a highly anticipated Callisto Protocol, which also released in December, was commercial flop for publisher Krafton, the horror game developer of Dead Space creator. Lukewarm reviews, and then also on top of that's it. They don't even tell you the. So this is the story. Some news: Marvel Midnight Suns was a critical success, but a commercial flop. Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick told me in an interview this afternoon that it's possible that the release window wasn't perfect, but he thinks it could have a long tail like other Fairfax games. So now the question is, do they even release the older versions of the game? We could have it's a success for Hogwarts on the new gen. Do they put out an old gen system, okay, or last gen system? Do they take the risk of putting something out that's not going to work, or do they kind of just push it back and make people that have the old gen systems purchase the new gen, right, the current gen? And you see they're releasing all the DLC before last gen even comes out. Clearly, they aren't doing it and just didn't say anything. Good point, Stealth. Very good point. Okay, we heard that Hogwarts, right? I'm telling you, this is just good back and forth here. We brought up this. I didn't think about this at all, and now it's all coming together. But Hogwarts didn't want to mention anything about DLC until the last gen came out. Well, now it's delayed. So right now, think about this. They could be working on DLC, but they're probably not. Or maybe the majority of the team is not working on DLC, but we know that there's DLC coming out because it's been data mined and whatnot. Okay, so moving forward now, do they drop last gen and start talking about DLC, or do they bring the DLC out after the last gen gets announced or gets launched? Interesting. That's a good point that Stealth brought up. Midnight Suns is like, yeah, we're releasing on last gen or current gen, and we're releasing all the DLC as well. Okay, they don't care about the last gen people. They're like, yeah, get it out as fast as possible. So very interesting. Now, question is the DLC in Midnight Suns, is it free or is it paid? I guess I could go to the website. Buy now. Obviously, season pass. You buy the season pass. Season pass includes. I think you get the DLC before last gen for Hogwarts. The game is too successful not to drop the DLC and strike while it's hot. Well, the problem is they've already said that they've come out and said that they're not working on DLC at this time, and then they also said that they don't want to do it until the last gen, until everyone else can get their game out, right, Water? So that contradicts of what they say. Now, I'm not saying they can't come back on their word, but as it stands right now, we don't think that the DLC. Now, there was some talks about let's see, data mine, Hogwarts Legacy DLC or data mine. That's February 13th, June 24th. It was just recent. Like literally just recent, 4 days ago. Planned DLC is a miss. No, that's not it. Let's see, maybe if I type in rumors. No current plans. You know what? I'm just going to go to the YouTube channel. I think, was it Your Raptor, I think? He had some news. He had some news about it. I don't know if it was Your Raptor or somebody else. I have it in my save list. Let's go to history, and I know I watched it sometime yesterday. In a second, that's let's see, Skylines 2. I posted something about that. See, Skylines 2 got an announcement trailer yesterday. Man, I watched way too much stuff in the last day. Way too much stuff. Oh, I can't even find it now. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
It's not good. To add to that, fans are calling for one changes. The Basilisk from the Chamber of Secrets is actually now confirmed to be in the game. Moments ago that states, "We are overwhelmed." It seems they are doing their best updates, and so releasing on the new gen first and then an extra delay on the last gen consoles because again, limitations, or maybe that the console could just simply not handle it. So I really hope there is some sort of balance, but considering we have not seen anything visually for the last gen in the comment section below. Now, someone mentioned the following. I found this marking next to the stool in the Ravenclaw bathroom, but what is it? Now, of course, it is causing a lot of confusion, but someone added how the general theory is that it might be cut content because no one really has a clue. It's not an Easter egg from the books or the movies either.
My chat got switched to top chat, so I missed some of you guys what you're talking about.
It just looks like someone tried to carve an R for Ravenclaw into, well, should we say with their wand. Now, there have been a lot more theories surrounding this that do go slightly off track, so to say, but is this something that, is supposed to have a clear answer or reason behind it? Now, I'm keen to know what you actually think this is and whether it was initially supposed to link to something else or if it's simply just a random bit of detail that they decided to add in the game. Now, this game does just keep on giving in terms of the more you explore, the more you will find for the most part. Now, the common rooms in particular seem to have more secrets than we initially thought, in particular, the Slytherin Common Room. Now, a player who was in the Slytherin Common Room went towards the female entrance to the Common Room, and of course, if you are playing as a male, you do get pushed back down the stairs for the most part. However, if you are lucky enough, you get a quick glance at the basilisk from the Chamber of Secrets and you see it just basically whoosh past, and it literally lasts like 2 or so seconds. Now, a lot of theories have sprung up since this has been discovered, and I don't actually think there is much more to it other than a nice little add-on that makes you say, wow. Now, it seems just as random as you flying and then you just see the dragon randomly pop up as well in the game. So
okay, let's fast forward over
simply
here.
Because once people realized you get pushed back from entering, you knew before the game was released where it was mentioned how you were ultimately rewarded for exploration, which of course is in the form of spotting small things like this. Now, Hogwarts Legacy fans call for wand changes. An article released by Game A1 in Hogwarts to regret how they created their wand. Have one chance to technically say, okay, well, that's going to be the wand that I'm actually going to have. But as I say, that's just following, you know, the official route as far as the lore goes in that perspective. However, in the other perspective, it is a video game, and it's one of those things that so many ways that they could have gone with customization to the wand in particular, and I'm talking things even like skins that just where do we go in the future for this video game? And what we know is that they have made it very, very clear that they are going to explore the future of this universe, so to say, as far as the video game side of things go, which is great, we know that. But again, now with the announcement that the last gen versions have been delayed, of course that does just bring up a lot of questions where it's great and understandable because from a timeline perspective, although we really want to know what's going on with the future of the game as a whole, I guess we can wait a little because it has just been released in that regard. But again, the alarming situation in my opinion is, if it's taking so long for the last gen release, will they actually be able to sustain it when and if they add more things into the main...
That's actually a really good point, right? That's actually a really good point. If they add more stuff to this game, right? If they add more stuff to this game, can they maintain it? Right? Are they holding back the current gen systems and adding stuff to the current gen systems for DLC and whatnot if it can't run on the last gen system? See, by not releasing the last gen system, they have the world open up to them for the current gen systems. But if the current gen systems and the last gen systems are running and they release something, can it withstand and go along with it? Or is it going to be like a thing like Destiny did, where they had to just drop the old gen of Xbox 360 back in the day, and they just did the one, and now they're going to drop the one and just do on the next gen systems itself, right? They dropped PlayStation 4, they dropped the one, right? They're going to have to do the same type of thing. Let's see here. Travis says, I have a great example of what I'm saying, Outer Worlds. What about Outer Worlds? And what's the example you were saying, Travis? I don't see it. Nothing says you can't enjoy a PlayStation 4 game if it's just a shit ton of good games, but keep expecting games is just silly. I say again, the PlayStation 4 will ends discontinued or would be next year. The last gen consoles gone away like PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 did in October 2016. The PlayStation 5 is amazing, and its load screen is half of what the PlayStation 4 does. It means that you can't play it on PlayStation 4. Not it's very good, even on the PlayStation 4, but it's better on the PlayStation 5. Right, but we're talking about frame rates, right? Like, you could get high frame rates. If you're only getting 30 frames per second, most people won't know the difference on a PlayStation 4. But is it physically going to be able to run? Are you going to fall through the map? Is it glitching? Major things are happening. If it wasn't happening, then they wouldn't have delayed it by an extra month, right? Something is going on behind the scenes with the game where obviously they need more time. And the more time they put into the last gen system, the less time they're putting into the current content that they may or may not bring into Hogwarts Legacy. Water says, reason why I don't think we get a last gen just focus on the DLC for current gen. It's time to let the old systems go. Right. I guarantee if it comes out on last gen at all, they will do it the Horizon Forbidden West, where the DLC is solely on PlayStation 5. Okay, well, even then, is it worth it? Right, Travis? Is it worth it, based on what he just said in the video, is it worth it to even make the last gen if you can't continue to play that game after they play it, right? Sure, I got 93 hours in it, made a sale, it works well. It comes out, let's say it works fantastic on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, okay? Is it worth, if you can't continue on, right? Because it's more of a letdown for the people that buy that system, and now... So if they are going to make that choice, then announce the DLC right now. Announce the DLC right now. Say it. DLC is coming out for this game, but it will not be coming out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. No, they won't say that. You know why they won't say that? Because they want the sales for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And if they say that DLC is not coming to those consoles, then people won't buy it. But they're assuming, right? That's the player base. The player base says, oh, we get our game, and then the DLC comes, and then they announce it going, well, the DLC is only coming out for this gen. They're going to be like, what the hell? If I knew that, then I wouldn't have purchased it for the last gen. You heard about The Last of Us Part 3, if they're a very good story, but they don't know about that story yet. Let's see. Oh, not worth it at all. Sadly, us seeing it doesn't mean that the masses don't complain about getting dropped. I say drop it, but I'm sure they're worried about the blowback. Oh, for sure, they want to make those sales, right? They want to make those sales. DLC on current gen will be different bundles on the old gen. I don't think they would do it at all. I don't think they would do it at all, Brain. Like, here's the thing, though. If they do what Travis is saying, where they just not coming out with DLC, that's shady as hell. To know right now, you could say it right now. Hey, DLC is we have DLC coming for Hogwarts, but unfortunately, because of the limitations on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, the last gen consoles, the DLC will not be coming to the last gen. I would like to see a comparison. Here's a perfect example. I would like to see the comparison of the exclusive mission that happens in PlayStation from the PlayStation 5 to the PlayStation 4, because people say that visually it's stunning compared to the rest of the missions inside the game, right? So I would love to see if that secluded mission on PlayStation 5, what it looks like on PlayStation 4. Delayed again. They really want us to buy a PlayStation 5. You know what, DZ and DZNP? I think that's the smart choice. I'll be honest with you. If you're a person that has a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One and you're waiting for this game, I wouldn't buy this day one when it launches because they pushed it back. They've pushed it back twice now in just this year alone. In January, they pushed it back from February to April, and now they pushed it back in March here. They pushed it back from April to May. So if I was someone that owned a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, I wouldn't purchase this game. I would have a second guess personally, okay, to go, you know what, I'm going to wait. I'm going to cancel my pre-order. I'm going to wait to see if the performances are good or bad from reviewers or whatnot. And then I said it in the beginning of my show, I would save up my money. If I was a person right now that I was really into Hogwarts or really into Harry Potter, I don't have the money right now to purchase a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox One, right? One, I would sell my old system and I would save up money, right? So right now, let's say you get a trade-in value of the system. I would save up the additional money. Every week, I would put money aside and wait for it to come out. When it comes out, I wouldn't buy it. And then I would wait a couple more months, and then I would go trade in my system, and then go trade in, and then take the rest of the money, and then buy a new system, buy a new PlayStation 5, or buy an Xbox One, right? Or I'm sorry, a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox One Series X or something, right? That's what I would do. All right, Stealth, have a good vacation, man. Enjoy Cuba. Forbidden West could not do DLC on old gen because it was a console exclusive. Hogwarts is a multi-platform. They won't cut out the customers like that. Perhaps. But what about if they come out a month from now and they reevaluate what the scenario is, Brain, and they're like, you know what? We're cutting. We're not even releasing last gen. We want people to go on the new system. It will get delayed again. Stupid ass Charlie Brown will still run and try to kick the ball. It's a good example. It's a good analogy. Horizon West DLC Phantom Liberty for Cyberpunk. Both of those on PlayStation 4 games, but guess what, the DLC is only on PlayStation 5. Right, and I think that's a good choice. Right? You got to get the people that own the PlayStation. Now, obviously, I've only owned my PlayStation 4 since I think it's about 3 years old now. It's been out for what, 11 years? Right? When did the PlayStation 4 release? PlayStation 4 release. Yeah, 2003. It's been out for 10 years. I got it 7 years into its life cycle. Okay? No, not 2009. Right? PlayStation 4 came out in 2013. Okay? I got a PlayStation 4 7 years into the life cycle. That's plenty of time, right? Right now, we're talking 10 years. And in November, it'll be 10 years total, going into its 11th year, right? You've got to move on from old gen. That's 10-year-old, like 10-year-old gear, trying to maintain and keep up with the next gen stuff. It's not going to work. Even if it's like 7-year-old gear, right? The graphic card and stuff that were in a PlayStation 4 is so not even close to the Xbox X and PlayStation 5. It'll probably buy it during the summer because when it's I stopped playing FIFA Online, so when I moved to completely on PlayStation 5. And I think that's a smarter choice, DZ, right? I do. I think it's a smarter choice because not only are you going to get a PlayStation 5 to buy Hogwarts Legacy, a third-party game, but then you have all these other games that are coming out. You got Horizon and God of War, and you're going to have Ghost of Tsushima 2 whenever they announce that. You're going to have a Spider-Man 2. You're going to have Wolverine. You're going to have these games that are only for next-gen. Jedi Survivor, if you like that game, right? So buying a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, there's plenty of games that are now coming out that basically are next-gen consoles that you can, or next-gen games, I should say, for consoles. Look, until I had a PlayStation 5, I was like, keep making games for PlayStation 4. But after the game PlayStation 5, I understand why it can't keep making games for PlayStation 4. Here, and this is the conversation now we shifted a little bit, Travis. This is why people have a problem with Xbox's model. And this is why PlayStation fans make fun of Xbox model. And this is why Xbox fans kind of make fun of Xbox itself. Because they have the X, and the X is comparable to, if not in some cases, better than the PlayStation 5 on certain tests. But then they have the S. And that S is that like middle ground between Xbox One and the X, where it's, if you make a game for the Xbox consoles, you have to make it for the S and the X. And that's where designers and developers look at this and go, this is holding us back because we have to make it work. It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. I have an S. People that don't have an S don't understand. It's actually a really good system for what it is. But I also see the benefits of not having an S. Because just like we're holding back games for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, the S does hold back certain games and where it's going to go for the X because they have to make it for the S. They're already making it for two systems. So, look, if you make an exclusive title for PlayStation, exclusive title, if they would decide to make it on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, then it's on two systems, but they're only making it for two systems, right? Then they do the port later for PC. But for Xbox, okay, they got to make it for Xbox One, PC, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X. They got to make it for 4 different platforms at launch. Okay, where PlayStation comes out with the PlayStation 5 exclusive, it's just for PlayStation 5. Where Xbox comes out with their stuff and it comes out for 4 systems. Right? That's the difference between first-party titles for PlayStation and first-party titles for Xbox or Microsoft. Okay? We already have a Wolverine game. It's called Dead Island 2. I know those damn claws sold me, Travis. I was like, I want to get this game. I'm probably not going to buy it when it comes out day one, but I definitely want to play the game. I don't even like Demon Souls, and I'll say it being solely PlayStation 5 was the right call. Of course it was, because you're giving devs, and no one can argue this with me. If I'm one person and someone says, I want you to draw me a picture, I've seen these pictures where people draw 5 pictures at a time, but if I have to draw a picture, right, and I'm only focusing on one picture, I can make that picture detailed and really make that picture the greatest, right? And I have a time limit. I have a day to draw this picture. But now I have to draw 5 pictures in the exact same amount of time in a day, okay? The pictures are not going to be as detailed, okay? But if I could focus on just one picture, that picture is going to be the great picture because I'm focusing on that picture. But if I have to make 5 pictures across the board, and I got to make it for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and Xbox One and Xbox Series X, and I have to make it for PC, and then I have to make it for Switch, like, holy Christ, right? Obviously, there's like 100, 200 people making a game, but how many, and I don't know this answer, maybe someone that works for a company can tell us, how many people on those teams are working for each of the divisions? Are they all working on the Xbox One, and then they go on the Xbox Series S, and they all go to the Xbox Series X? Or 10 people are doing this, 10 people are going over here, 10 people are doing this? I don't know. Exactly. I forgot what they would call by the term for it, but it says basically what you're saying, right? Like, if you could focus on one thing, and this is why Xbox fans give crap to PlayStation people, because PlayStation people gloat because they have really good games, and at top they're making a game for 2 systems, the 4 and the 5, but it's one game for 2 systems, but it's the same system, it's the same technology, it's the same stuff. They're working on it, and they can just downscale it to the PlayStation 4. Xbox is completely separate with the Xbox One. Then the S is a little bit less than, but not as good. Then they make it for the X. Then they make it for PC. It's like, holy Christ, man. You ever notice how if you go in an art class, they focus on, like, okay, fruit, and then you see the fruit and water scene because it's too difficult, right? Because you got to focus. You got to focus on the thing. It isn't gloating. It's just stating facts. No, stating facts is different than people that state facts gloating, right? Like, for instance, I could beat you in a game of chess and say, I beat you. Or I could be like, ha ha, I beat ya, right? There's a difference. And Sony fans are the ha ha, instead of just saying, yeah, we have a better game, right? Stating facts and gloating facts are 2 different things. And you know 100%, Travis, that you're amongst the people that gloat. like when an NFL team's playing, you put your jersey on, you feel like you're part of the team. Because you bought a PlayStation, you feel like you're part of the team, but really all you did was just buy a plastic box and play a game. Like, that's the difference. Facts are going, Sony has better first-party title games. Facts, right? But when you start gloating about those games, that's completely different. I mean, if you don't showboat in sports, ain't nobody gonna watch you. That's not true. That's not true at all. You're probably too young. Did Joe Montana showboat? No. He just threw the goddamn touchdowns and won 4 Super Bowls. Best thing about the PlayStation 5 is that I can still play the PlayStation 4 games on it, like Battlefield 1, LA Noire. Well, remember, DZ, they changed that. PlayStation didn't want to have backwards compatibility. That was a big thing from 4 to 3, right? They didn't want you to do that because of the pushback. Right? Because of the pushback, they made that happen. But you're right, that's what it should be, right? But now they're getting tricky, right? Nintendo charges you a monthly fee so you can play the older games on the emulator, right? Now they're getting smart. Now there's certain things, and this is where I think Xbox kind of makes it a little bit better, because they put older games on the Game Pass and whatnot. So you're paying $10 a month. Right, but they're still getting money out of you to play the same games. Download and close beta tests for finals. If you sign up for it, check your emails. Oh, I didn't sign up for it. Can I still sign up for it, Water? Never watched much football. Couldn't tell you if anyone outside of the Cowboys quarterbacks. Well, here's the perfect example, right? Some of the greatest athletes across the league are not showboaters, right? Are not showboaters. Of course, there's showboaters in there, but majority of the sports athletes are the ones that make it to the Hall of Fame, are not trash talkers or anything like that. They're literally just do their job. They just play the game, right? They don't trash talk. They make their game talk trash for them. Where do I go? Do you go on their website? Open a new tab, new multiplayer for development, Embark Studios. It's supposed to begin on March 7th. Watch beta trailer, join beta. Let's see. I'll sign up and see. Beta final beta playtest now. Play now. Is it under NDA? The finals playtest. You're about to install the finals playtest. 34 gigs. Ooh, space required 12. Okay, yeah, I got it. It's 12 gigs. Yeah, let's do it. Well, here's an example. I'll just go to Twitch and see. Finals right now, 2.8 thousand followers, 59,000, 3,000 viewers. Yeah, people are playing beta keys here. The finals, Tuesday feeling. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll play that tonight. So download it right now. What's going on, Akuta Papa? I give Sony a lot of crap for good reason, but let's break this down. Sony's network still sucks, and it's not secure. Microsoft doesn't have great first parties, and PC is ruled by Steam monopoly. Right. I'm pretty sure I think Akuta Papa has a PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe he's just a Microsoft PC guy. Yeah, see? I want to say, Akuta Papa is literally just a gamer. He plays games where he wants to play games. You know what I mean? See, only the Sith believe in absolutes. But that's an absolute? No, it's not. It's an absolute. You know what's absolute, Travis? A PlayStation fanboy or an Xbox fanboy is an absolute person to talk shit about something they really don't have any facts or anything about. It's only their bias towards something, right? And the beautiful part is a lot of the people, at least in this community, are just gamers, right? There's very few hardcore on one side of the fence or the other. We literally play games where games are played. I have every console. I shit on anything on Sony is one of my targets because I know how they function. I don't have information on their servers. But only Sith deals in absolutes. That's an absolute because your Sting only is Sith? Because you're Sting only a Sith? You'll always have that one guy who will say PC Master Race. Exactly. But that's just it, right? And only that's triggered by DZ, by people that spend their money and they want to know that because they spent their money, especially when you spend a lot of money, right? If you buy a $2,000 PC, you're going to say that you have a master race. Well, obviously, you have $1,500 more than what the PlayStation and the Xbox paid for, right? So obviously, I would hope your PC is better than an Xbox or a PlayStation 5. And when someone pays $500 for a system, they want to feel like their money purchase is a good one. And if they spent $500 and then someone says that, yeah, that system sucks, they get defensive. Works when I don't want to, but then when I don't want it. Definitely PC Master Race, right? I mean, but PC is a master race. My graphics card costs more, not as much, more than my Xbox Series X, right? My 3060 is more than my Xbox, right? I chose a graphics card over a PlayStation 5, right? I chose to make a better purchase business-wise for a graphics card for my PC than buying $500 for a PlayStation 5 that I'll play every once in a while. So what I'm hearing is, if you go to PC, if you have money to burn, no, it all depends on what you're looking for. If you want to play best games, then I would say buy PC. That's why I buy my own PC parts and built my own gaming rigs. But yeah, a gamer. I have Game Pass, PlayStation 5, PS Plus Premium, and my gaming rig. Exactly, Water. Go where the games are. I mean, it really looks better. Imagine GTA 6 on PC or ultra settings. Here, look at this game, right? We just saw this. This game is gonna be great, and this is coming on Xbox. This is coming on Xbox Game Pass. Let's see. Where's the trailer for this? This is gonna look insane. Okay, this is City Skylines 2. Okay, obviously this is just an in-game trailer or whatnot, but looking at the graphics of this, and City Skylines is a huge player base on the PC, right? Huge player base on the PC. This is going to be amazing when it comes out, right? And this is coming straight on day one into Game Pass. So the Xbox Series X is gonna look good, but man, this is gonna look fantastic on a PC. If you want to play games at max frame rate PC, if you want easy access to set up console, right? And I prefer console because you just have to do all these updates or anything like that. You're never on like the cusp of anything. You're just kind of like, I want to sit back, relax, and play some games. To be clear, my personal hatred for Xbox is linked to sitting on a hold for 4 hours about Red Ring of Death, and I was told send us $80 and we'll fix it. I get it, but your hatred towards a system based because you're on hold with some person that was telling you about something, right? To hate every console afterwards. I mean, whatever. Looks like a mobile game. Like this is going to be crazy, right? This is going to look absolutely insane. I'm excited for this. I know this is not going to be a big thing on the channel because a lot of you guys get bored of stuff like this. But this is going to be a game that I spend time with off stream or making content on our sim channel for it. So this is going to be good. But graphically, right? Graphically, City Skylines 2 on a PC. Whoo! If you have a 4000 or a 40,000, 4000 series. like I don't like Suicide Squad at it, but it doesn't look. It does not look like a mobile game. Does what look? What looks like a Suicide Squad looks like a mobile game? I don't think that looks like a mobile game either. It's crazy that I'm not saying you, Travis. A lot of people say like a game looks like a mobile game. You know, I mean, at that location now, like what does that even mean? I mean, Genshin Impact doesn't look like a. If Genshin Impact looks like a mobile game, then you know any open world game looks like a mobile game now, right? Genshin Impact looks like a full-fledged title, and that is literally a mobile game. So I don't know what that means anymore, right? The lines are blurred, right? Obviously, the UI stuff on the screen can make it look like a mobile game, but I don't get the feeling that Suicide Squad looks like a mobile game. I never got the feeling that Gotham Knights look like a mobile game. Oh, you're saying it doesn't? Yeah, I don't understand when people say it looks like a mobile game. But meanwhile, those people do play like Genshin Impact, or they're playing like Diablo Immortal, or they're playing an actual mobile game, which is I don't get. Doesn't make sense. When does that beta end for the finals? Oh, looks like it's done already. I heard that the NPCs will not just walk around the city in GTA 6. They will have jobs, daily routes, etc. The crazy huge game changer. You know, DZ, if that's the case, I mean, if you look at what they do with Red Dead, remember the intricate parts they talked about how the horse's testicles like shrunk and like got larger or smaller based on the cold weather, and how the detail and stuff they were doing in that world, right? And you look at GTA, we used to follow people. We used to follow people in GTA and follow them. They had a path. They didn't just go like 10 feet and then return. They would get in a car and like drive around the block and then park at a house and then go inside the house. It was crazy. It was crazy the way it did. It runs for 2 weeks, 30? All right, cool. I like little things like that. I love the fact that Take-Two takes their game and where they were, and they have the bar set extremely high, right? Like what they've done with Grand Theft Auto compared to everybody else in the industry. They just look at all these open world games and they take the world and they make it above. Like the bar is down here, they set the new bar, and then they surpass their bar by going even higher with their next game. And that's what the industry needs. But it's like, where do we go? Like, what is going to be that? What is going to be that limit? Where does the bar hit the ceiling, and then you can't go anymore, where everything looks so realistic? Don't make us feel sorry for killing them. Yeah, it's going to be really, really strange to see and balance that of reality compared to, you got to make it kind of unrealistic. It's like realistic but unrealistic. I mean, say what you want about Grand Theft Auto, man, but they've leaps and bounds ahead of anybody else that's making games in the open world. I love Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'll be honest, GTA works because it gets psychopaths like to buy the games and let them murder. I don't really think that's... I mean, sure, are there people that have like psychopathic ability, like psychopathic tendencies to purchase the game? But I've never once had the urge. Hey, I'll be honest. The road rage that I used to have in real life wasn't because of Grand Theft Auto. It was because of idiots on the road, right? So doing it in Grand Theft Auto, kind of like a stress reliever type of thing, right? I don't think people play Grand Theft Auto and go, "Oh, I'm gonna go do that in real life." Like that's just silly. Can I run for Congress now? I mean, it's just silly, right? Remember when the coffee thing? Who ran with that? Was that Hillary? I forget. Who ran it with that, and how I don't want to get into politics. It's just stupid. Someone that says video games do that has never played a video game. right? That's like saying reading romantic novels makes you a sex fiend or something. You know what I mean? It's like it's just stupid. Maybe we'll play the finals tonight on stream. I'll do some more research if we can play it on stream. It looks like you can because of Twitch, but I don't know if those people signed something or whatnot. If you guys haven't seen this, and I you know what? I like it because the actual people that created the game are the original people that made Battlefield. And the fully destructible environment is like a big selling point for me. 2042 does have a new season. I wanted to check it out. But it's not going anywhere. So what I don't like about this is it's a 3-man team. It's like three-man teams, I think it is. Or is it 3 4-man teams? Right. It's exactly right, Travis. Right? The fully destructible environment. This is what I'm talking about, right? The people that made Battlefield took the fully destructible environment, left the company, hence why Battlefield is in the state that it's in, and 5 people that made the original game came over here and started this company, and then other developers came over and started working with this company as well, and they took the bar of fully destructible environment and then raised it. They raised the bar. Does 2042 have a single-player mode? It does not. I don't believe so. I don't think there's any stories in 2042. I think you could play with all bots. You don't have to play online, if that's what you're asking. If you're asking for a story mode, there's no story mode. Yeah, this looks good. We talked about this a couple months ago. So, ooh, what's this? This is the making of. This might be a little too loud. Hold on a second. This might get cut out, by the way. I might have to cut this out of the end product.
Welcome to one of the few surviving relics of the industrial expansion of 1950s Sweden. This facility was once used to produce enough concrete to serve the entire country, and during its heyday, it employed over 600 people. And what makes this location great is not just that it was an instrumental player in the massive expansion of what is now modern-day Stockholm, but that it still exists. The complex itself is huge, with storage facilities and various big halls that lends
one of the maps
perfectly for the purpose that we have, to record the sounds of weapons.
Oh, it's all for the sounds
of hard surfaces, emulating that of a town or a city. The process of preparing for the location with all that it involves takes a lot of time and effort, from managing schedules, researching safety concerns and potential interruptions like airplanes, infrastructure and traffic. When on location, we take a tour of the entire site. We clap to get an understanding of what each location sounds like, and on many occasions an offset of just 1 meter made a huge difference on how the reflected sound was perceived. We picked 5 locations to shoot from and placed microphones for each locations from close up to about 150 meters. Everything from lavaliers on the weapons, ORTFs, ABs, XYs, MS, dynamics, condensers, large and small diaphragms.
Well, it depends what type of first person you're making, though.
And we got it.
I don't think all
And then
first-person
we
shooters need a
danced,
story.
Well, some of us did. What makes a weapon unique from a sound perspective are three things.
Oh, Tom
Ammunition
Clancy's
it
Vegas was
uses,
great back in the
what rate
day.
of fire it has, and only when close up how the mechanic works and thereby sounds. And since the goal with this entire recording is to capture how sound bounces off different surfaces, we kept the number of weapons as low as possible. That makes it fast to get through all the shots that we need for each location, and it also makes it quick to rig down and set up the next location. The three weapons that we chose for this particular recording was a submachine gun that fires
Love
a pistol
SOCOM.
cartridge, an assault rifle that fires an intermediate cartridge, and a machine gun that fires a full rifle cartridge. Three distinct amounts of gunpowder reflecting in the environments. And all the weapons were firing blanks because it just makes it a lot safer. We used the methodology of firing single shots, bursts, and full magazine dumps to get as much coverage from each location as possible. And the locations, they do sound quite different.
Location 3, AK, fully automatic, 1 magazine.
Listen to that echo, man. Listen to that sound.
The location itself is paramount to making our weapons feel like they are anchored in a physical reality. And that is also the sole reason that we
The attention to detail.
As the finals resides in intricate urban environments, making sure that we have our weapons recorded in similar surroundings will help us tell the sonic story of our world.
He was live when the first gun came out. Is there another? No. I would
What's
love
up, guys?
I would love to learn like how they made how they made it, you know what I mean? How much time do we have left? I know SkillUp did a whole review on it. But that's just it though. Like certain studios, right? You could tell the difference between Battlefield of old and Battlefield of new, right? The people that had the attention to detail, and I don't know, and I'm making a very generalistic statement here, but the people that came in and built DICE from the ground up, okay? DICE is not DICE anymore. DICE is just DICE by name. But before, it was a group of people that were so dedicated to making the best war game, right? And the attention to detail that they've done. And now those people left and made a new studio, Embark Studio, okay, which they call it DICE 2, okay? That's the nickname of it because of what they did. The attention to detail that they've done in just this. Now, obviously, you could say everyone does this, but they don't. They go by the sound effects, right? They go by the stuff where certain people do the stuff, right? There's the people that do, and there's the people that don't. And the people that created DICE originally, the reason Battlefield was beloved back in the day, it might not have sold as much as COD or whatnot, but again, the attention to detail is what makes Battlefield back in the day feel so good. And now these people are making the next game, and I don't know if I'll love it as much because I'm not really a big PvP guy like this. This is like a competitive thing, more than just a big team-based type of thing. Battlefront 2 greater than Battlefield, and says that says a lot. Well, the same people, right? Battlefront 2 is made by DICE. They took the tender loving time and care to make those games, and that's why they stand out. Oh wait, the finals is a new game? I thought you all were saying that the finals of Battlefield. No, no, no. The finals is a new game, but the thing we just watched, we actually watched the trailer of it. Let me see if they have. That's the closed beta trailer. Episode 1 capturing. That's the game trailer. That's the teaser. Yeah, yeah. That's cool. They're gonna come out with other videos for this, talking about the making of the game. I love stuff like that. I love behind the scenes stuff. Hey, did you notice? Did you notice, guys? Alec Baldwin should watch this because there was no person standing with a camera in front of the actual person that was shooting a gun. They had a camera on a tripod. It's amazing how it works. It's amazing. You hit record, you walk away, you point the gun at the camera, and then you can shoot. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's a section. There's a section. Let me see. I want to watch Jack Frags. Jack Frags with the finals.
First, I have to just
he does good stuff.
That's the wrong button. Put some C4 there. Yeah. Okay, that's a big hole in the building. RPG.
Poor Alec, that wasn't his fault. Stop.
That's another big hole in the building.
100% his fault.
Bit more
From
C4.
top to bottom. He was the producer.
Right.
He hired the people. He had the gun in his hand. He pointed the gun towards an actual live person.
So I think we have to
100% his fault.
Here to the cash out station over there, and it'll start to score points for us. This is the goo gun. Look at this. Make a tower with it. Oh my god!
I love your little swipes at stupidity.
You can use it to climb.
What are you talking about, Akuta Pop? Are you talking about my?
I nearly fell off. Here we go.
What video are you talking about?
Yeah, Tower of Goo. Love that. Oi! Did they just make that zip line? On the roof. Massive
So
hole in the
good.
roof.
So good. Did you see
Oh,
that?
God, lovely M60.
You shoot a rocket at something, it blows up that section.
Hey, below, yeah. Oh, you know I'm going for it.
I love watching Jack Frags.
Blow it up.
Jack Frags is a guy I would love to look at this. Look. C4 to the building. He's a guy I would love to have like sit down and have a beer at a pub.
Kill's pretty long, depending
Just
on
talk games.
Fighting. That's the cash out station there where we had to take that little box. I've got a flammable barrel here. You can pick these up. These are all around the level. There's lots of different types of them as well.
Oh.
Can I throw it at you?
Oh, what I said about Alec. I got you.
Oh, I love that coin effect when they die. Did that guy just go invisible? There's an invisible guy here somewhere. The backstab. Oh my god. I think we won. Did we win? 27,000.
Game looks good, but I prefer old weapons.
Pretty sure we got the most points. Yeah, we did. Good.
See, I don't like this
So,
of the game.
You can make
I don't like the. This feels like Fortnite to me. Esque. It's like a game show you're supposed to be a part of. You're contestants in a game show, but I don't like that whole feel. I just want a battle inside a city.
Some gadgets
like
here too
war.
that you could equip.
I want like hell let loose with the environment and the fully destructible environment.
Oh, I love this RPG. Well, I basically went for the most.
No, I know it's a game show, Sarge.
Possibly pick, you know.
Isn't that just Smash TV? I guess, sure.
Oh, that's gone out the window. Yeah, I really want to test out the destruction and see exactly what you can do. See if my team can get the safe back. Now, I feel like John Rambo with this thing. Blow that up. Yes. Oh my goodness.
This game looks pretty like fleshed out. You know what I mean? It looks smooth.
Yeah. Well, stairs aren't there anymore.
That's cool. No
Good luck
stairs.
using those. And the cool thing about this goo gun is that I can block areas off,
Look
and
at
then I
this.
can stop them pushing in and trying to steal the cash out from us. If someone's blown a hole there, can I just jump up into that? You can grab onto it. I hear some more stairs that have just gone.
That's pretty cool.
Look at this. Meteor shower incoming. What?
Agreed, DZ. Agreed.
Is it actual meteor?
I like that World War II environment, man.
That's just going to wreak havoc on the level. Oh, that is so cool. They were saying that the destruction is all server side too.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago, Travis. We actually talked about if I wonder who owns Smash TV rights, and if we could buy the rights and make it again.
Body type goes down pretty quick. Do we have that already? Oh. He's trying to secure it.
Oh, they're very squishy, or not squishy, very
that was a bit crazy.
bullet
what
spongy.
Was going on then?
TTK is a little.
Grenade here. Oh, lovely.
I remember I was there. Well, then why would you say, "Oh my God"? Could you imagine how good Smash TV would be nowadays? We talked about this.
Oi! Oh no, dead. Can I just destroy this bridge here? Oh, it's going. Look at
there you
that.
go.
You can completely deny that entrance if you want to. It's getting pretty chaotic now. Oh no. Big bang coming up. Oh, we're going down. We're going down.
Is this ever going to come out to consoles, or is this only going to be on PC?
Give me that. Goodbye. Get the res. No one kill me. Hey, there it is. Oh, invisible guy. Hit him with a smash.
Oh,
yes.
so it's like a Overwatch type of thing. You got guys keeping abilities that can heal you.
This is just getting insane now. I think my teammate's healing me there too. So I built a guy with a grapple hook and a Mach 10 for this level, for this round.
I'm a fan of the fully destructible environment. I don't know if I'll be a fan of the game.
I don't have as much health, but I'm a lot quicker, you see. And I can use zip lines really quick. Oh, there's 3 on the roof. Yeah, that Mach 10 is pretty good. There's different weather effects too. So I've played on this map now when it was nighttime and raining, and now it's just nighttime and a bit foggy. I've also played it in the day.
And again, this second half of the show might be cut out because I'll probably get copyright claim for that music earlier.
Oh, Adam's in trouble there. Oh my goodness, the recoil. I'm a lot more mobile though with this body type. The fire grenade. Can you use that? I think they just shot it and exploded it. But this dude is charging.
Isn't that how it works? We whine about something and praise something enough, they'll make it, right? It's not about sales, it's about fans.
A bit frantic.
Yeah, but you have to be careful what you wish for, because we talk about Smash TV, they'll make Smash TV, but they'll ruin it in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
Very good. I think that grapple needs
just because you ask for it doesn't mean it's going to be what you want. I asked for a Transformers game, and we got that crappy Battlegrounds game that came out.
Nice view. There's a goo explosive barrel here. I want to test this. So you could use that as cover. Someone was chasing you, you could just throw that. Bit of area denial, you know? Come here, Panda. Panda! That panda's got a panda on them. Up here? Oh, I love how that building is completely different to what it was like a minute ago. Chunks taken out of it now. Mega damage.
I like it. It seems fun. Again, though, I'm getting major Overwatch vibes mixed with like Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn. I've got an AK as well. Goo. Oh wow, that is a lot of goo. Wish I had my RPG. God, it reminds me so much of Sen Crossing. You know, the BF3 map.
Is it all about kills, or can you get kills and take over points? And
I can get red dot sights for the guns
to get points.
Bit of customization would be cool. It feels like, oh hello, oh my god, there's 3. Yeah, have it. Mine. Grenade. Oh yes, right. I tried to use every piece of utility there that I had. Yeah, red dot sights would be good. Every gun that I've used so far.
Man, I'm gonna suck on mouse and keyboard, but
bad.
It'd be fun for a bit.
But you know, it just adds a bit of variety, doesn't it? If you've got different sights you can use. I'm gonna chase that dude.
No, I don't think there's fall damage.
Where did you go?
It seems very unrealistic.
Lovely.
You know what I mean? Lots of
this
bullets
AK is
in
great.
you.
Okay, this time I've
Fly
built
up in the
someone who's got
air
a
with the-
dagger
with
and a
grapple and stuff.
So kind of like an assassin class. I think it is a one-hit kill. Yeah, I just got a couple of... Oh, hello, Panda. Goodbye. Yeah, that's definitely a one-hit kill. That was a heavy... Right. Well, that's very effective.
And he likes reactivate.
What the
Will
bloody hell's
flop.
happened here?
I mean, it all
entire
depends on.
building
It's a
is
free-to-play game, supposedly. So when we get more information about it, we'll look at it.
absolute chaos. I want to test out this knife a bit more. Ooh.
Get sad now, Travis. It'll probably be a game that's always online. So
1, 2,
start writing up your complaints now.
4, 5. Right, so it's only a one-hit kill in the back then. So it's kind of like the spy class from Team Fortress 2. Guys, check this out. I have a flamethrower. I think someone else does as well. Burn! Oh, you don't like that, do you, Panda? Time for Hulk smash. Boom! Wait, did I just smash through the door then? You can do that? Oh, he smashed me back. No. Whee! I like
Yeah,
being
there's no
heavy.
fall damage.
Oh, look, they put some shields up here. Where'd you go? Oh, deleted. Stay away. This is our cash out.
This just looks like
You again,
straight
Panda.
up stupid fun.
Come here. Give me that. Whoa, go. There's so many things that I have to think about and I have to reload. Yes. Oh, hello. Did you just spawn there? Oh, come on, let's go, let's go. Yeah, you like that C4? Come chase me. Come chase me. See what happens. I know you're gonna burn. Die. It's a heavy off.
Like, look how
I feel like this flamethrower
hard it is to
doesn't
kill
really do enough
somebody.
damage. Come on. Yes, that's revenge for smashing me before. What? Why is
So you know
this
what the
here?
problem is
There's
about?
an elevator.
There's no downside of like
pick which
pushing
floor, can I?
in,
What's
and
the
this is why I
point of
don't
this when
like
I
it.
can
Right?
just
I like Hell Let Loose because
Smash it,
there's like a
jump
give
out,
take
jump
type of
down.
like strategy and
Oh,
stuff.
you.
There's no strategy here. The strategy is run around,
Oh my god.
right? Just
so I'm
run
gonna
around, up
Pick a
close,
cash out
shoot. This is like
box
the
and then
Call
go
of Duty
through the
type of
floor, the
thing,
hole
right?
I've made,
I like strategy. Don't get me wrong.
and that's gonna
This
stop
is just
scoring
not for
points.
me. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try
Try and
it.
defend
I
it.
might have fun with it. But I like
Fuck you there.
strategy. Strategy to me is not
that.
blowing up a bridge and putting things
double
down and
explosion.
right. That's not
You again.
strategy to me. Strategy to me is like you're pushing and it's a pull and
No.
pull, push and pull
It's
type
getting
of
a bit
scenario.
crazy now.
This is just run and
They're trying
gun
to
as
steal it
fast as you
from us.
can until the time runs out.
Smash. Yes, run right through him. Good. Check out this zip line here. That's rapid.
This is just stupid fun, Fast
I
and
picked a
Furious.
turret
Yeah,
here too.
but look how many bullets it takes to
See
kill
how good it
somebody.
is. That's nearly capped. Green poisonous gas stuff. So we'll try. Oh, hello. Is that a
Right, and that's the
shield?
reason I don't like Call of Duty.
There's all sorts of different things that you can
I
get.
like,
Right,
and
okay, so
Battlefield
we're
over
gonna
the
go
years
back
has
to
been
the
kind of
cash out
turning
over
into
here,
it.
I
Like
think.
Battlefield in the
down
past
there,
was
look.
better, like more strategic. You would
Oh, is this
wait
guy
for a
getting
couple
the shield?
people, then push and whatnot.
Doesn't
Now it's
protect
more
your
like a
back
run and
at
gun
all,
type
that.
of style as well,
Can't do anything
which
with
is
that.
kind of changing since
So
they changed it.
apparently-
But
If you get in the cab of this, you can move the crane around.
that's true, Kuda Papa.
This thing here.
Yeah,
look, I
he
can
likes
rotate
he always
it.
dies by fall damage.
So if part of the map gets destroyed too much, I can come up here, get in the cab, control it, and then if I jump up, we can use that to move across the level. Across that giant gap there. Like if I didn't have a zip line or something, that's the way that I would have to get across. Interesting. So the pink team are cashing out here, so we're going to try and stop them. But we need to... Oh my god. There's a turret there.
Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor was
They
good.
gooed me off.
Medal of Honor was good.
How are we going to get in here?
I like Medal of Honor though for like
Try and grenade it.
the story campaigns of it.
And my turret's going ham, look. The floor's gone.
Hope it's not some kind of armor that you can buy so you can become harder to
Stop
kill.
that. Why?
I don't know
I'm the
the
one who duped.
strategy for this. If this is a free-to-play
Yes.
game when it comes out, if this is a full-fledged title when
Right,
it comes
that was
out.
sweet.
It looks like it looks like it's gonna be more
I steal
cosmetic
it?
type
Oh, I can
stuff.
steal it now.
There's a freaking panda running
Hopefully
around.
my teammates cover.
So I'm assuming there's gonna be some sort of
Got it.
earn credits
Mega
while you
damage is
win.
on. It's a mine.
There's gonna be some sort of battle
The
pass.
floor's gone.
It looks like there's gonna be
Mine is still
cosmetic
there.
stuff like that.
Everything's exploding. Why not throw some more? Have it. Everything's good now. That's a frag.
I can see them already nerfing this goo stuff.
Can't seem to destroy those mines. That's weird. We're going down. Oh, is that C4? He's got down again. Oh wait, what?
That this is
The
around and
crash-out machine
Battleborn
dropped
isn't
down
makes me
then.
sad. I like Battleborn. Battleborn is very underrated. I love the fact that
No
every time you
way,
played
that was cool.
Battleborn, it was different.
It
And you
actually
could do,
dropped
you
down
could do
a
different
level when the
builds every
floor
single
exploded.
time. I used Alpha Mike a lot, and I used somebody else. I'm really pissed off that I can't
Yeah,
play
look, we're on
that
a different
game,
level now.
and I own it. I own the disc, and I can't play the
Take it.
game.
Oh my god. Wow. Alright, that was really interesting. Look. It's completely
Like the
changed.
MOBA
where
portion
it
was the
was,
online
and now it's down
portion.
here.
Like, take that out of the fucking game and give me
That
my
was
game
awesome.
back.
And we got the win. GG. Okay, this is last round. I've gone back to the heavy guy with the auto.
I just wanted to
shot.
level up all the characters and play.
Oh, this is my favorite loadout.
You know?
Did the other guy go invisible in here? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Sneaky. I've got some good teammates here too. They're keeping me healed. But yeah, the destruction is really impressive.
Right. But you own the disc. You own
It appears
everything,
that there
right?
are
Yeah,
some
you know,
things that
own
can't
nothing.
Destroy, some
You
things
own nothing and you'll like it.
Like most of these buildings that you see on this map in particular.
I really like
you
the
can just
destructible
blow
environment,
holes and
man.
everything.
God,
Super
I
cool.
wish Battlefield had this.
Whee! Oh, bit of lag there. Go up this way. Oh, hello. Deleted. The game mode itself is quite simple. Kind of wish there was more players and maybe a couple more objectives.
That can't be a real
More
person.
things to focus
That
on
can't
as
be a
well,
real person. He was just
obviously.
getting shot and never turned
The
around.
graphics
That can't
too.
be real.
Considering the level of destruction and the fidelity in that, did I just get flashbanged? Yeah, the graphics are pretty sweet. This guy's built a goo tower. No.
Oh, you
Not
can
allowed.
blow that up. Interesting.
Oh, wait, that has, of course, it has physics. Hopefully I can steal that. Panda with a sledgehammer? No, not today, Panda. I'm not going to allow that. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for today.
Yeah, it shows
Post beta is out
unlimited.
tomorrow, if you're
Sarge, down
interested
here,
in
it's
checking
unlimited.
this out for yourself. But I want to see before the round ends, can I actually completely destroy a building, like have it fall in on itself? I need one that's, I mean, this one's mostly destroyed, isn't it, here?
I have a question though.
Teammates are
If they have
there.
unlimited ammo, what's the point of reloading?
This
Why
has
did you
gotta
put a
come
real
down,
gun in
right?
the game?
I'll
Why didn't you put a
some
laser
C4
gun or
there,
something? You know what I mean?
Blow that up. Not much structural integrity there, is there? It wobbled a bit then. By the RPG. Hit it, like, in the pillar there. There it is, look at that. Oh, nice. That's cool.
Okay, one of the things I
Right,
don't
guys,
like, I
thank
mean,
you
it's
for
cool that
watching. Let me know
it
your
breaks
thoughts
up like
below.
that, but it's
If
like
you
comes
enjoyed
out
the
in
video,
like
drop a
pieces
like,
and
subscribe if
chunks.
you
It's like
did,
it should
and I'll see you
crumble.
next time. Bye-bye.
Hello everybody, welcome back to
All
the
right.
old stream.
So, finals looks fun. I don't think I'll play it a lot. Tonight, would you guys rather me try finals, or would you rather me continue with Diablo and go through the season? Either one doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, there's like, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Even with the DICE developers creating this, Embark, I think is that the company? Is that the yeah, Embark? I have to say, I don't really see this being successful. I don't know what their business model is. I don't know if it's a full-fledged. Like, I don't know what the business model is. I love Medal of Honor games, but I didn't like that you're usually alone. Yeah. Like this. Bye. Like overall, I don't think this is going to be a successful game. Again, the problem with PvP, and this might be a bigger thing. PvP games, PvP players move from one game to the next. It's like, what's the hot new game? And then they get bored and they move on. And they're looking for that next hot new game. And then when there's not that one thing, they go back to the game that's like a comfortable pair of shoes. And they go back and play that said game over and over and over and over and over. Okay. Did you guys see the Tarkov? Remember when Tarkov came out? People were like giving it crap. They didn't want to play it. Then there was like this underground crew of like Tarkov was great. Now Tarkov is really popular, but then there's a lot of people that are cheating. I don't know if you've ever seen the cheating video that came out recently with the wiggle. Okay, but my point is that PvP games, no matter what it is, if it's an MMO with PvP, if it's a first-person shooter with PvP, everyone wants to play PvP, but nobody wants to play PvP, right? It's like this small niche group of people that want to play PvP. Right? But everyone hates playing PvP and they want to move on to a next PvP game. If it doesn't have PvP, they want PvP in it. And then when it has PvP, no one plays the PvP. So there's like these set games. Small team-based games do really well. CSGO, Apex Legends, like that type of stuff works really well. This might work out, but again, it's just another first-person shooter PvP contest. It's a little different because it's a game show, but they're putting it into the field, and what's the player base going to be like? PvP is what have you done for me lately? Yeah, and everyone always wants PvP. Like, oh, this game needs PvP. What game are you playing right now as a PvP? Let's say you're playing Call of Duty, and then a new game comes out, and they're like, oh, this PvE game really needs PvP. Why? Why? So you can leave your PvP game that you love so much to go play this game? You see what I'm saying? There's not enough people that want to play PvP, right? Sea of Thieves just came out with the season update, right? And they're moving more towards PvP and whatnot, okay? But nobody wants to play PvP. If they did, right? If they did want to play PvP, they would have kept the PvP section into the game. Instead, they got rid of the PvP section, and then they put PvP back into the main game, but then segregated it off around a area. Okay, but again, people don't want to participate in the PvP. There's a small percentage of PvP, so much so that they rearranged the matchmaking system now. So you're not playing the same people over and over because it gets boring. It gets boring. They say, "Thank God, no PvP in Hogwarts." Nothing I play is PvP. I'd rather them make Battlefield competitor because that would push dice. Even COD is solely about bots for me. Right. Think about this. The more important, the DMZ that's out, people like playing the DMZ more because there's NPCs and there's PvP, but you really don't want to play against somebody else. Because why? Because people that have time to play the game, especially from an extraction game, sure, it's cool. There's a small percentage that wants to play up against other people because they feel like they're better than them. And that's fine. But most people want to get in, collect the stuff, and get out. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be with anybody else because there's hackers and people cheat and there's people that are just much better than you. And you don't want to feel like your time is wasted, right? And that's the problem with PvP. No matter what happens, and then people cheat, and then people think they're better, and then they play a game that they're actually not better at. They're not getting better at the game. They're literally just using cheats. Right? And then they get mad when other people are using cheats. You see what I'm saying? There was literally a whole video I watched. Okay, this guy breaks down the cheating in Tarkov and shows that he does this little wiggle. Okay, and when he does the wiggle, only other people that have the cheats can see the wiggle happening through the walls. So then they wiggle, and then they both know that they have the cheats on, so they don't kill each other. Right? You see what I'm saying? So the people that are cheating are only killing the people that don't have the cheats, to make them feel like they're doing better in the game. You see what I'm saying? But then some people that are cheating and then know other people are cheating, they don't want them to cheat. So then they come after them to kill them and just to get rid of them because they don't want them to know that they're cheating, even though they know that they're cheating. It's such a mind game. Okay. People that like PvP is such a small percentage. They want to play PvP so they feel better about themselves. But then when they get killed, they don't want to play PvP. They want to go back into the other world where they want to be the best at the game, but not actually going up against people that are better than them. Right? Nobody wants to get better. They just want to play PvP to feel like they're better. So they buy cheats to be better. It makes no sense to me. Isn't it why skill-based matchmaking is a bad idea? There's always going to be a form of PvP that there's always going to be skill based, and you feel like your skills base is better. But then those skill people, there's always someone better than you, and you happen to go up against those people that are better than you. Then you're going to feel like crap. So then you have to use cheats, or you don't want to play, or you play at different times, or you want to leave that game to go into a different game that those people are not good. So you're the better person in the game, right? Everyone that plays PvP wants to be the top dog. And not everyone can be the top dog, so then they bitch or leave or whatnot and move to a different server so they feel like they're top dog. When he does a little wiggle, everyone's head explodes. I mean, that would be funny at first, but at time it would be pissed. This guy that did it, I don't know if you watched it, Travis. The video that this guy did, he literally says in the beginning, he's like, I couldn't tell if there was cheaters. But then he found the wiggle, and then he did the wiggle. And he says in every single lobby for the next couple weeks, there was a person that was cheating in the game. Imagine that. Imagine that. I used to be very competitive. And then I offered from COD Pro Team, but PvP got boring and more people cheat. I played Platinum, SWAT, and Halo. Now because of the cheating, I can only hit Gold if it's bust ass. Right. Maybe if you want to feel better about yourself, try being a better person. Just a thought. For me, or for the people that are playing the game, isn't Tarkov an online only? So you have your answer? No. Well, it's online only, but there's NPCs in the game, and then there's real people in the game, and you don't know who's real or fake, real or NPC when you're going up against each other. And then when you come across somebody, the interaction, it's sort of like Sea of Thieves, right? In Sea of Thieves, you could be a pirate, right? And you can talk to the person and be like, hey, don't attack me, we'll work as a team, blah, blah, blah. In Tarkov, it's the same thing, but instead of out in the sea, you're out in the battlefield. And the battlefield, you're collecting gold or guns, right? Sea of Thieves, it's gold. Tarkov, it's guns and gear. And then you put it on, and that person can come up to you and kill you, or they can be friends with you, and then you can work together. And that's how people work. That's how the game's supposed to work. But when someone can snipe you across the map or through a wall and see where you're going because they're using this cheat method, that's just that game. Then there's cheating in Call of Duty. Then there's cheating in Halo. Then there's cheating everywhere, right? Because people suck at the game. People suck at the game. And to make them feel better, they buy cheats. And then they feel like they're the best. They talk shit because they feel like they're the best at the game, but really they're not good at all. They're not getting better at the game because all they're doing is cheats, right? So they're not getting better at the game. Their kill death ratios of 10, 11. Now it's this like subcategory of cheaters within the game. So cheaters know who cheaters are in the game, and they're like, well, I got a 15, I got a 10, I got an 11. And really, it doesn't freaking matter. It's about your ego, right? Type of thing. As long as people and games exist, cheating will exist. But the problem is, it's very simple for the companies to end the cheating, but they don't. But they don't. Why? Because if it wasn't for the cheaters to be in the player base being there, then the game would be less empty, right? And if the game becomes less fun, then less people play the game. You see what I'm saying? 20% of the population makes 80% of the profit, right? It'll make me... I would love an investigation on the people that make the cheat codes, if they're the people that actually make the game itself, and just do it in a third-party organization, right? So they make the game. They don't ban the people that do the cheats. Some do. Some don't. Okay. And then I wonder if the third-party organization is the person that works for the company that makes the cheat codes. So they make it, and they do this on purpose because they're making more money from the cheats than they are from the people that actually buy stuff. Bro, I will never play Tarkov, fucking Cheater Haven. Call of Duty is the same way. Sarge, right? I'm sure there's people cheating in Battlefield. There's always people cheating, and no matter what game. EA do that with buying. They call it dramatic moments, so they can keep casuals around, right? Right. I'd much rather have a base team against an enemy than PvP. Yeah, I would rather Travis to play a co-op 4-player game against AI. I would. Name and shame, baby. Yeah. I got to, ever since Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I solely campaign and bots. Yeah, sometimes it's just better. In Battlefield, when we play, right, me and Kuda Papa play, right, sometimes you feel like there's a cheater, right? Sometimes you feel like there's a cheater. All of a sudden you see that you're a sniper and you're looking for a shot, and all of a sudden you get killed and you're like, how did I get killed from that guy, right? Sometimes it's there. And I hate, a part of me wants crossplay on certain games, and other times I'm like, I don't want crossplay. I want to choose to be with PC players or not, right? Because if you're in with a PC player, there's potentially a cheater. Okay? Potentially a cheater. And if the companies really cared about PvP cheating, it'd be very simple. You become a cheater yourself. You go into a game, and as soon as you see someone cheating, you know they're cheating, you boot them. That's it. But it doesn't matter because they just do a new name, new IP. Doesn't matter. Like someone yesterday said Mass Effect needs a PvP. And I was like, what? No. Not every game needs PvP. Like, everyone wants PvP in a game, but no one plays PvP. Everyone thinks this like PvP player base is like this giant population that's playing. If there's 1 million people playing video games overall total, wait, how big do you think that PvP player base is for that one game, for that one game mode? And you have different game modes, right? I don't know. I don't get it. You guys hear like a little pop sound every once in a while on my microphone? I don't know what it is. I have a brand new mixer. It sounds good, but I feel like, I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's actually happening inside the microphone itself. Why was Corgan and also Tyrene fight each other when there are effing Reapers to fight? I'm too enchanted by Paul gaming level voice to notice. Okay. Oh, Paul Giamatti, not Paul Gaming. Gotcha. Paul Giamatti. I don't look like Paul Giamatti. Let me bring up Paul Giamatti here. Let me see. How do you spell his name? Paul Giamatti. Oh, I see. So you think people... All right. All right. I can see this particular picture that I'm seeing here. I can see this picture right here. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Let me see. Yeah, my face is more longer. His face is more a little bit more round. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. How old is he? He's got 11 years on me. 11 years on me. Well, that's what I have to look forward to. That's fantastic. That's what I have to look forward to. I'm going to look like Paul Giamatti. Wait a minute. I already look like him now. It's all downhill from here. Well, I do have a receding hairline like him, so hey, who knows? All right, let me bring up real fast. We're gonna end here in just a second, or a couple minutes here. We'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, did you guys see this? Water posted this earlier today. This is actually pretty funny. Let me see if I can open this up in a new tab. This is actually pretty funny. In our Discord, Water posted this. He goes, everybody on Cheers. Cheers is actually a set on the holodeck, right? It's a holodeck program. Because look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. 5 people in Cheers, all on Star Trek in some way, shape, or form. I find that pretty funny. I think 3 of them are captains too. 3 are captains. I hate saying I think someone is cheating after all the games I've played and experienced. I can almost smell the sus on people. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But I just move on, right? I don't care. If I was more competitive, I would probably care. But when I'm playing, that's why I like more Battlefield than anything. Because I'm just like, get some kills. As long as our team gets the win, I'm good. Right. Nobody wants to be competitive. Nobody wants to be competitive. They literally just want to be they want to be the best without actually earning it. They want to be the best, and they get the kill death ratio based on their cheating. Like, I don't know the mindset of that. I'm not that person, right? I'm not that person. I'm a person that if I want to be better at something than somebody, I'll put the time in to become better, right? I can't imagine the fictitious world you live in where you're like, yeah, I got 50 kills and 0 deaths. I'm awesome at this game. Like, I don't know what world you live in that you think you're that good. Right? Now, obviously, there are people that are that good, but feel good about yourself if you're actually that good. But if you're using a cheat program and you're doing that, I can't imagine. Like, you're literally doing nothing with your life. You're not getting better at the game. You're just cheating, and you're killing people that really don't really care for most of the part anyway, and you feel so good about yourself, and you're doing nothing with your life. It's fantastic. Continue on that path. How about to cause you to flip out? What was that? Souls is an example of why PvP I'd rather have your help. What do you mean by that? Look up Timothy. Okay. Why do I look like him too? Do I look like these people? That's what's his name from Deadwood. Oh, and Josh Jamal. What do you think? They're like the same person? No. They are the same. They're not the same. They look pretty goddamn close. Like this picture of him and this picture of him. That looks pretty damn close. That's funny. There's so many things that you can, you can look like. What's let me see his age. Let me see. Timothy is... Oh, wait. Timothy is 54. Josh Jamal is 50. Well, they're 4 years apart. They could be brothers. Who knows? Timothy's mother didn't know it was him. Is that true? Is that true? That'd be hilarious if that's true. Josh went in his Xmas card and mother didn't notice. That is his mom senile? I mean, I don't know what his mom's like or not. That's funny. I mean, I don't know. From lore standpoint, PvP only works in war games. What do you mean, like war games? Just like war games, like first-person shooters? I think in MMOs it works fine too, like different factions. I think in MMOs though it does a really good justice for it, right? Like in New World, if you want to be in PvP, you flag up for PvP, but not everyone wants to be in PvP, right? There's a difference in like Sea of Thieves where everyone could be attacked. Back in the old World of Warcraft days, everyone could be attacked, right? Like if you wanted to be by yourself, like you went into a PvP server, but if you didn't want a PvP, you had no choice. You had to be in a PvP server, right? There's a difference between if I want to flag in and then people complain if they're PvPers. They're like, oh, if you want to be in a PvP game, then you should be in a PvP or PvE, go to PvE. But if the people in PvE left the PvP world, there would be very little people playing PvP. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole world, like, there's another game I used to play back in the day called Albion Online, which I think just came out with an expansion, right? And there are certain regions that you're safe to be in as a single player guy and whatnot. But if you want the upper tier loot, you would have to go into a certain place, and you could lose it all because a PvP wave would just come and just murder you. They don't ask questions. They just murder anyone they see, right? It's like a mob. But most games should have to choose if you want to flag up for PvP or PvP. And I like this. I like the fact that you have to do it before you leave the location. Okay. So if you flag out for PvP, then you're ready for PvP. But if you don't flag for PvE, it's not like you can switch on the fly, right? But if you switch to PvE, then you just want to be PvE. I should be able to do that, right? Just like first person shooter games should be first person, third person. Right shoulder, left shoulder, that should be an option in. I think all PvP MMOs should flag for PvP if you want or don't. That should be a standard. Most stories would be helping each other, not being murder hobos. I have a suggestion: drop PvP completely. While at your drop Battle Royale as well. Isn't that why DC Universe has a PvP and a PvE server? I would assume so, but wouldn't it be better if they just merge the two and then you could just flag if you want or don't want instead of all? I would assume that the PvE server is much more vibrant than the PvP server. I'm sure the PvP server is packed with when people are all playing together and stuff, but I bet you there's more people playing PvE than PvP. I bet you the population of Sea of Thieves is more PvE than PvP. But all the people that you watch and you think that you know are all streamers that are PvP players. So you think the PvP player base is higher, but really it isn't. Because if it was higher, then why would they fight the same people in the same day? You know? Problem is, I see, is someone hacks, it makes it to where you can't turn it off. When they hack, they can't turn it off? You're talking about the flagging in and flagging out type of thing. But I think that's more across any... If there's PvE in a game and PvP in the same game, I guarantee there's more PvE players than PvP players. When I used to play Destiny, we would see the same people in the PvP lobbies. Same people. And yet people are telling me that there's more PvP players. Is there? Okay. If there's more people playing PvP than PvE, then why am I seeing the same players in my lobbies? Luck? Well, I also think the older people get, Travis, the more people play less PvP. I think there's still PvP players, but there's less PvP players. The older you get, the less you want to play PvP. You more want to just kind of hang out with your buds than be competitive and do whatnot, you know? All right. That's going to do it for us this morning. Good conversation this morning about Hogwarts Legacy, about being delayed on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Good or bad for them. You know, that's up to you guys what you think. I gave you my thoughts. You give us yours in the comments section down below. After that, we went into look at the finals, which is a new Embark game that's coming out. There's a beta going on right now on Steam. If you want to play, you can go sign up and play. It runs until, I believe, the 20th or 31st or 21st, whatever, for the next like 3 weeks or so you can play. You can check that out over on the finals. Over on Steam. We'll be back tonight. I don't know what we're playing tonight. We're going to be playing either Diablo or maybe we'll try the finals tonight on stream. If you guys want to help us out here, you hit that like button down below. If you like, go over to our other channel, 30 and Still Gaming. If you don't want to watch the actual farm simulator content, it would be awesome if you just go over there and give it a like, because it does help out the videos. It looks at the videos and whatnot and says, hey, these many people liked it, and then they push to other people out there. So check it out. It helps us, our channel, to grow. We are small. You know, we have, I think, 1,300 over there. We have 1,200 over here, I think, right? Or we just passed, I think, 1,200. So we're getting close on both sides. I do appreciate you very much. Thanks for the conversations. Thanks for hanging out today, this morning. And I'll see you guys this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. You have a great rest of your day. Peace.